Welcome back to the finca. A hot finca.
Very hot.
We don't know what we're going to get done this week. Probably not a lot.
Not a lot.
Yes, we've got an extreme heat wave forecast. We're forecast to be over 100 Fahrenheit, 38 Celsius every single day. This is for the foreseeable future as far as the sort of forecast goes the next week or so. Peaking some days at 44 Celsius, which is 112 Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Pretty debilitating. We have our temperatures over 40 in the past, in fact every year, 2 or 3 times a year, but never
consecutively.
Never for such a prolonged period either.
The odd day, but
last week we were well over 100, weren't we? I think it was 38s.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's just relentless. We've been here 13 years and never known
it's so hot for so long. Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
We are very fortunate, however, that we have in this old house,
yes,
this part of the house, which is sort of in the middle of it. In fact, I've got a plan of the house. I'll put it up and I'll circle this room where we're sitting now. This wall at the back is underground. Pretty much all of it's underground. The wall there backs onto the other part of the house, where gets the sun. The corral gets a bit of sun, and this wall in the courtyard doesn't get the sun until sort of later on in the evening.
We've only got one small window, so
tiny little windows.
Beautifully cool in here compared to
we keep the shutters shut. As you can see, all the day when it's hot to keep the heat out, and then in the night when the temperature's cool below the temperature of the room, which is usually quite late on, but it does cool off at night, which is another blessing here.
Yes.
We open everything up to let the freshest air through. It never really goes above, it's about 25 Celsius in here. It never really goes much above that, so it is a little haven for us. Tilly, of course, she spends nearly all day in here. And Tilly, in her usual position, spread out on the cold stone floor. Of course, one of our big concerns is the animals. The cats come in to the corral and sort of hang about in the other bit just through there, which is the same similar sort of temperature. Not all of them, but they've been here. They're what, 8 years old now.
Yeah.
They've done 8 summers here, so they're not daft. They never get to, or they always find cool places. The other big concern, of course, is the hens.
Yes.
We know hens can tolerate, a reasonable amount of heat, but when it gets up to sort of, 44 Fahrenheit, 44 Celsius, 112 Fahrenheit, it's severe for them. So we've been taking steps to keep them cool. We've put a load of hay down on the floor and we've wet it, which they are lying, and we'll show you in a minute. Keeping them cool. We put bowls of water in. We're giving them fresh water every sort of 2 or 3 hours, fresh cool water, because apparently they won't drink warm water. So it's a bit of a full-time job really, keeping them all cared for. 2 of them here, very happy in the damp straw. There were 3 of them in, but as soon as we come round, they all move. These are happy pecking away here still. Thelma and Louise. Yeah, they seem quite happy there. I don't want them to move, don't really want to get them to move, because they're very comfortable there. We're going to keep dampening this down every few hours or so, keep it nice for them. Oh, you can see them there in the shadows. Another good suggestion we've had, they're up now, they're off, is to put a bowl of water in the shade for them. Apparently they cool themselves through the feet. You can have a splash and a peck in it and wet the heads. It's supposed to really help, so we'll see what happens with this.
Here's Lottie, she's got off her straw now, but she's not panting, so it's obviously working. Whereas Scylla, who's silly and she's been inside, is panting a bit, aren't you, darling? But yes, it's obviously working, because you're nice and cool, aren't you, Lottie? Don't be scared, darling.
That's it said, do you want some? Oh, the wasp? No, you don't like it. You like it though, not just you. This one loves drinking out of the watering can. Some more. Don't to go now. No. Yeah, just put some more water on the straw. We've got a bowl here. We're going to bring the hose round in a bit and spray them all down, but they seem to like it. Some of them do anyway. Do what we can to keep you cool. The wasps are loving it though as well. Unfortunately, fortunately they don't seem bothered by them at all. Cass is at the back, just outside the hen enclosure. He spends a lot of time here. I think he's quite fond of them. He sits with them quite a lot. He's in the shade at the minute. He's not daft. The water bowl's going down a tree anyway. They're all dipping in there. Apparently they won't drink warm water. It's got to be cool for them. So we've actually got a bottle of water in the freezer that we're going to drop into their water container to cool that down as well. And we'll keep topping this up. Yeah, they seem to quite like that.
So something else that's suffering with the heat at the moment are our plants, particularly the melons and the peppers. They're all right up to about 33 degrees, but when it gets above that, as it has been consistently for the past week or so, they are struggling a little bit. He's okay. He's not seemed to be getting a lot bigger, and we have got another one growing there, a couple more around the side, but you can see the leaves are looking a little bit sorry. Nothing we can do really, just keep watering them and hope that this hot spell doesn't last too much longer. We might be able to save them. So these are the peppers in question. You may remember a couple of weeks ago we did an update. They were absolutely laden and good sized peppers. Sadly, although we've had lots more flowers, the fruit is just not growing. I don't know whether you can make that out. Tiny, tiny little peppers. There's a couple here. But yes, not doing so well. It's a shame really. We had all that water in June which absolutely drowned them, and now they're struggling with this intense heat. But as I say, hopefully they'll be okay. They will survive. These are the ones from last year that we've overwintered, so they're quite sturdy, and if we just get some let up in this excruciating heat, they should be okay. On a positive, the potatoes don't seem to be affected at all. They're just going great guns. Obviously we don't know what's underground yet because they've not flowered, so until they flower and then die off, and then we can dig up and see what we've got. But yes, there's one success story anyway. And behind me, who's this? One of our black rocks. Can't tell from here whether it's Thelma or Louise. The chickens must be quite happy because they are still laying eggs for us. We're getting 2 every day, which is fantastic. There are only 2 of them that are ready to lay anyway at the moment. The others perhaps just a little bit younger. So they must be happy. They're still laying for us, bless them. Because again, that's a danger in this intense heat, that they can stop laying for a while. So far so good. And the tomatoes, these are indeterminate tomatoes, which means they'll just keep growing forever, and as you can see they are doing nice and healthy up there. We've got loads more fruit coming. Down here we've had to thin out a little bit because it was full of leaves, and obviously the tomatoes hiding behind the leaves weren't ripening, so that seems to have done the trick. So they're going nice and red. We've already had 1.2 kilos off them, and there's only 4 plants in here, so I don't think that's bad. Yeah, so Happy days. The tomatoes like the heat as well. So, it's our little garden update. I am now going up into the nice air conditioning upstairs in the hayloft, and I'm going to get those skirting boards oiled. So, I've done round here so far. It always looks odd, but it's the same wood, exactly the same wood, so it will blend in eventually. It will darken up and match the rest of it, but it always looks a bit odd at first. But anyway, at least we have skirting boards now. It's only been 2 years.
And the big thick coat I put on the terracotta tiles the other day is now dry, so that I can have another one before we point it up. But yeah, they're looking pretty nice. If I move out of the way, you might be able to see them a bit better. Wonderful. So while Sharon's on with that, I at least want to try and get these for the bedroom ripped down. It's getting super hot. I'm going to brave it for a bit.
Well, that looks better already. Might need a second coat, we'll see. This looks much better. I'm so pleased with that. That's really been bugging me. But the reason we never finished it off was because we were going to have a broom cupboard here. We're going to make a broom cupboard, tall, long, slim broom cupboard, but then we changed our minds. We don't need one up here, to be honest. So that's finished that off nicely. So now I'm just going to crack on and give those tiles another coat of oil.
So there we go, I've got 6 lengths there. I need to cut. Not doing it now, it's far too hot outside. There's all the crazy angles to cut as this building gives us. But that'll be for another day when it's a bit cooler. I might as well do a bit of tidying up in here because it's quite cool in here. It's like a bottom site.
So there we go, done. So another 24 hours now, and then I can get them pointed. They look a lot better, don't they?
In the relative cool of the morning, we've got a bit of a breeze today. The forecast 44 for the next couple of days coming up. We've got a hazy sky. It's full of sand from the Sahara, so any precipitation we get will make everything orange. It'll probably make everything orange anyway, but I'm going to get done what I can while it's still relatively cool. With those skirting boards in the bedroom. Every cut is at an angle at every end of every one. Go and have a look at this one. So basically all I want to do is close this gap at the edge there. I just cut all the boards straight, didn't cut them at an angle because I knew I was going to put a skirting on all the way around the room basically. So the first little pieces in over that side. I'm going to carry on, get the rest of them cut.
Well, Andy's doing the skirting boards, I'm on with this pointing. a long job, as always. It should look really nice when it's done. And it's lovely working in the cool air conditioning of the apartment. Happy days.
So they're all in, wedged with an assortment of different things. I've got logs, empty boxes, the step ladders, the heater, just to hold them for probably an hour or so while the foam expands and does its gluing stuff. Again, I've just stuck them in with expanding foam. So several hours later, and Sharon's must be over halfway through it because it gets thinner as we get further down, but it's looking pretty good, actually, pretty smart. We'll update you in a bit when it's dried off a bit, but yeah, very, very happy with that so far. So this room is now completely finished, with the exception of the mezzanine up there that Sharon mentioned earlier. We don't know what we're going to do with it yet. Probably not a lot at the minute, depends how long this hot weather keeps on coming for. But it's a really big space, it's great for storage and stuff. So whether I might contemplate putting some doors on it, we don't know, so we're going to keep thinking about that. Yeah, so we're super fully into our heat wave, crazy temperatures. We're still working in the apartment with the aircon on. Tilly's asleep in the kitchen. We keep going around seeing the hens. We're giving them bowls of water with ice bottles in them to keep that nice and cool for them. Keeping an eye on them constantly. This piece of steel I've talked about a few times here, I don't think we're going to use it because it actually looks quite nice with the edge of the tiles up to there. So I think we're just going to take it out, fold this back and then point up all the bottoms underneath. I think that'll look great, plus it'll save a chunk of money in steel as well. We can use it for something else. So Sharon's going to crack on with that, and I've got a couple of things I want to do. I'm just going to see if we can fold this mat back out of the way, because it's getting bits on it as well. Sort of like, oh, that'll stay alright, won't it?
Yeah.
Cool, right, we'll get rid of this then. Take it downstairs. Is it stuck?
Yeah, the mat's on it. I'll lift the mat and you take it out. That's it. Well done.
Here they are. They look to lie all the way down here. It's in the shade most of the day. I'm going to damp it down for them because you like that as well, don't you? And then later on I'll do this area and you want a drink? I'm going to fill this bowl full of water for them as well. I think but this will help you cool as the water evaporates. It'll keep you cooler, won't it? Bless them. They're all doing quite well though. Yep, they're quite liking that damp straw there. Those two black rocks are still pecking away at the food. I'm going to fill that bowl up for them now. I'll scratch it away at the damp straw. There's one laid down in it already. That'll keep you cool, ladies. This one's in. This one's still eating, still pecking away. And yeah, as this evaporates down, it should cool the air quite a lot. Cool you down. Next on my list of jobs that need doing, I'm going to take this opportunity, while it's too hot out there to be doing anything, to clean this flue out. We haven't done it since the winter. It ran all winter, keeping us warm. And it usually collects quite a bit. It should be a fairly straightforward operation. Pop these screws out, move the fire out of the way, and then get the brushes, stick them up the flue, wiggle them about, and all the stuff will come down. So I'll get it out of the way. It's not the lightest of things. Oh, there's a fair bit in there. Park in there. Oh yes. Right, I'm going to get Henry and the brushes. This is pretty well blocked up. This is amazing because we only burn wood that's been seasoned forever. It's super, super dry. Get it cleaned out. So we got our chimney sweep kit here. Gloves, brushes and things, and a big plastic bag that goes over the flue to stop it all going all over the floor. He hooks up there like that. It does work, we've done it before. Get the old gloves on. Not too bad up there. We haven't got to the top now. Right, it's at the top, it's clear. I've just been outside to check. Which was probably a mistake. So I'm going to bring it down now and shove it up, wiggle it up and down a few times. It's all super clear. Tidy up. Luckily it's super dusty dry, so it's not making a sticky mess anywhere. So there we go. It's pretty hard to imagine, but it's ready to keep us warm next winter. The temperatures we've got at the minute, you can't even imagine being cool, let alone cold. Super, right, another good job well done. And while I've been battling with that, Sharon's down to the door now.
Getting there slowly.
Yeah, one more mix should do it, and these underneath of them as well, perhaps. But I don't think that'll be today, because I think as soon as that mix is gone, it's a bit of lunch and a nice cold beer, I think.
Definitely.
Sound good to you?
Sounds wonderful to me, yes.
Well, our heat wave has just about peaked, nearly. It's 40 Celsius outside, 104 Fahrenheit, super hot. It's supposed to peak in the next couple of hours to around 41, 42, so 108 Fahrenheit-ish. But then the great news is, as from tomorrow, after today, after that, it's supposed to have passed and we're back to more normal temperatures. Still hot, still mid low to mid 30s, which is 90s Fahrenheit, not 100s Fahrenheit, so a lot more pleasant and a lot more amenable. We get a lot more work done, hopefully. The skirting boards Sharon oiled yesterday earlier, I can't remember when it was. They've started to blend already, the colours matching up to the original stuff. And when I said earlier that the bedroom is completely finished, it isn't, because they still need oiling as well. So I'm going to get them oiled. Sharon's doing another mix now. I'm going to try and get this floor finished, get the bedroom finished. Then we've made big progress to getting this hayloft apartment finished. So let's crack on.
So I've just got this little bit to do now, and then all along the edge. It's a slow process, but we're getting there.
Bedroom skirtings are done over there and the other two sides as well. Look a lot better, a lot richer. All that remains now in here is a major clear up process. Bit of a vacuum. Poof, there we go, it's all put back together. We're in the distance, so you can see this, it's looking really nice. Just give everything a bit of a quick vacuum. These tiles just need a wipe down now. When they've all gone off, we'll do them all at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, result, mission accomplished.
Looks much better. All those horrible little niggly jobs that have been driving me bonkers.
So it's actually, apart from this bit of hearth, we've got to figure out, it's completely finished in here, but that shouldn't take much. No. But we're going to go around and see the hens now.
Yes, see if they're keeping cool.
Check their ice is alright.
Yeah.
And they seem to love that. They seem to be fine, which is great, but we're keeping an eye on them regularly because obviously we're concerned for their health as much as ours.
Yes.
So absolutely. We'll do that and then we'll have a nice cold beer.
Yes.
So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a bit cooler and we'll get a bit more done.